It is chilly out. I heard a little bit of ice on the windshield this morning. It was like chilly. And I walked my dogs in just my little shorty shorts and my t-shirt, and that was not a great idea, but is what it is. To be fair. So it's a chiller out. I live in Vermont, so I should be used to this, and I'm still at the part where I'm acclimatizing to the weather, so I don't put on layers until I can't possibly stand. I haven't even turned on my furnace yet. But yesterday it was like, ooh, that's a little tart. But yesterday it was like 70 degrees out. I was sweating. It was beautiful out. But we're getting to that point of the year. It is October 1st. It's time to start layering up. Leaves are falling. Pumpkins are being carved, getting ready for what used to be my favorite holiday of the year. Can't say it still isn't, but we'll see. So today we're hitting leg day, and I did wear my shorty shorts for my leg day workout. But we're also doing shoulders, rear delts, side delts, front delts. Still with the same exercises per se, but changing up the rep scheme, set scheme, all that. And we are going into the A of the SMART goals, which are attainable. You have to make sure your goals are attainable. And there's people out there who are like, you can accomplish anything. You can do anything. There's nothing you can't do. That's not true. There are certain limitations that every person has physically, that no matter what you do, unless you chemically change your makeup, you're not going to be able to push through. There is only going to be so much weight you can gain doing it naturally without having to use, or so much muscle you can gain naturally before you have to use PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. Sorry, I hit a bump and it kind of hurt the ribs. You cannot lose more fat than what you have. So you're saying, I want to lose 100 pounds of fat, but there's only 80 pounds of fat on you. Guess what? You're not going to be able to lose 100 pounds of fat. If you say I want to be an NFL quarterback, that's great. But if you're 50 years old, you're not going to be able to do it. So make sure your goals are attainable. 225 pounds of muscle. 225 pounds with 10 to 12% body fat. That's very attainable. I have to cut weight. I have to bulk up. It's enough muscle for me to be able to accomplish it without having to go on performance enhancing drugs. Now, there is one thing that I have been looking at. I have a doctor's appointment coming up, and I'm going to get my testosterone levels checked. And if my testosterone is low, I'm considering TRT, but only to bring my levels to within where they should be. But that's even a big if. So, but yeah, make sure your goals are attainable. You can't, you say, okay, I want to, if you weigh 120 pounds soaking wet with hardly any % body fat, and you say, I want to weigh 325 pounds of solid muscle, it's not going to happen unless you do it unnaturally. You say, I want to run a marathon in under an hour. Not going to happen. It's never been done. For you to do that, it's probably not attainable. So make sure your goals are realistic. Make sure they're attainable. Make sure it's something you can accomplish. You say you can't, obviously, if your goal is to be the first man in space, not going to happen. Somebody's already been there. So make sure your goals are attainable. I don't think I'm going to beat this one to death when I go into the gym, but we'll talk about it a little bit more. I'm freaking freezing. and we'll go from there. So you guys have a... No, I'm not... It's not time for this, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. They literally just held us. Sorry. They literally just held us at this sign for 5 minutes and then gave us a detour when we could have been doing that the whole freaking time. These construction guys. I don't understand why they don't just put the detour up at the very beginning. I don't know. All right, see you in the gym. All right, so leg day, we're going light, obviously. But attainable goals, I can't say that I want to be able to do 225 on my squats tomorrow. Not going to happen. Right now I'm doing empty bar because of my hips to get that strength back up there. So it's a progression. So make sure that your goals make sense as to what you want them to be so that they're realistic. So if my goal for today was to be able to do 5 sets, 8 reps with the Smith machine, getting deeper and deeper each time and feeling the burn, that would be a very attainable goal. To say I want to jump back in and do 5 sets, 8 reps, 135 pounds, not really realistic or doable. Attainable. Same goes for anything you do. And this doesn't have to be just for the gym. You can't say I want to be the CEO of a company tomorrow. It's not attainable. I mean, more than likely not attainable. Oh, God. Today, my attainable goal is to be able to get all my sets in today. Decent range of motion. We'll see how that goes. Last set. And this is something that I think that next week I'll be able to increase weight on. So another attainable goal. And squats aren't exactly my favorite thing to do, but they are good for building muscle, and I need them for stability and just getting that whole process of getting my hip quad strength back to where it was before the accident. And this is another one of those that next week I'll be increasing weight on, but these are feeling pretty good. And this is one of the things that for physical therapy and rehab, they definitely recommended this in the group. You would do an extra hamstring work. Just kick. And even though I didn't, how's it going? Do this for the first round or video it, but I've been calf raises in between each. Pretty much still failure.
Now, last one, I just sit here for I try about 10 to 12 seconds. And then I finish it. So I want to do some abductor and adductor work. Maybe I'll show it, maybe I won't. I don't know. But we'll see. So keep getting better. All right. So yeah, I guess I'll show you some of this stuff. And it's just nothing that I would normally do, but low weight, working on those that pelvis muscle. And we're not going super high reps on these or anything. This is something I have to remember that when I edit and go through, because I want to do this several different ways. I can even tell the stability on this side's not nearly what it is on the other. And we just keep going. We'll switch the pads around to the back. And this is why I have the bench set up over there. So I'll come out here to it and do the same exercises, just on a pulling instead of pushing. And one thing I'll say is that even just stabilizing on this, I can feel it in my hip and pelvis area. Just stabilizing it, not even doing the work. So I am definitely going to be sore. Then we're going to move the rings around to the outsides of the legs. And we're going to come cross body. Bringing in front, pulling the leg across. Ooh. And those are already being a little bit irritating. But then for the last one, we'll move the hooks to the insides of the legs. So we're basically hitting those abductor muscles from every possible direction. Shit, I think just walking out to it is work out enough. Ooh. And I will say, that's it for this. I'm not going to do multiple rounds because that's already fucking taxing. All right, moving on to shoulders. Starting out with side lateral cable raises. Switch your grip to do reverses. Well, those were very good. I'm going to have to reduce the weight on those. But next. And keeping with the same handles, going straight into rear delt flies. Great thing about these is I won't have to really change my grip or worry about making sure I overlap the wrong way. Those fucking rock. And then finally, on this crazy ass shoulder superset, 45-degree lateral raises. Basically, with that, I hit my side, my rear, front delts. Complete delt workout, one superset. It's crazy. All right, we're coming on to the last set. Oh, and I forgot to set everything up. But, oh, God, it's been a good day. Fairly short workout. I mean, I'm coming up on an hour, which is about what I want to just have my workouts end up at. So that way, if I'm doing 30 minutes cardio before and after, gives me a good time. Attainable, so I'm not killing myself. I'm not running myself out of juice by the end of the workout, and where I'm just worthless the rest of the day. And those side raises, 15's too much, 10's too light. So I might try to strap a 2.5 on there. Make my life a little bit more difficult without, killing myself. So, those rear delts, I can go up on those. And you don't have to go a ton of weight to get improvements. But I think I can definitely hit another 5 pounds on those. These 45-degree raises, though, those are staying where they're at. Piece of cake. So I thought I was done. But going to do farmer's walk. Just 5 laps. Ain't going to record the whole time, so it's boring. The great thing about the farmer's walk is it works shoulders, legs, grip, which are all aspects of my workout today. So, and I don't think I would necessarily call this cardio, but it does get the heart rate up. I was thinking about going up in weight, but it's starting to get hard. I can't remember if that was my 4th or 5th lap, so I'm going to do one more just to be safe. And here I come back to finish off. And oh my fucking God, I torched the shoulders. So I'm going to clean up, put all my shit away, and head on home. All right, so that's it for the day. Remember, focus on attainable goals that you can reach, that are easy to reach. And there's George just driving, not even paying attention, almost running me over. I'll give him shit for that later. But keep your goals attainable. Make them realistic, manageable. I mean, it's not bad to have a goal that is extreme. I want to be 250 pounds natural body weight, without any performance-enhancing drugs or anything to that effect, just using supplements and eating right and training hard. Big goal. Don't know if I can do it. If I were to say I want to be 300 pounds, solid muscle, 10% body fat, probably not going to happen. So make sure your goals are realistic and attainable. Make sure that it's something that is possible to accomplish. Because the last thing you want is to set yourself on an impossible task that you're never going to accomplish. Not because you're not trying hard enough or because there's not obstacles in your way. And that sounds right behind me. But because it may not physically be possible. The example I used is to become a quarterback in the NFL. I'm 50 years old. I can't throw a fucking spiral to save my life. So, more than likely, not going to happen. So, that wouldn't be an attainable goal for me. I could say maybe become a quarterback on a flag football team. Yeah, that could happen. But, play to your strengths. Make sure your goals are attainable. Focus on them and drive towards them. That's all I got for today. I'm tired. I'm beat. My shoulders are killing me. I'm going to go have some First Form peanut butter. By the way, I made some peanut butter protein ice cream last night. Low fat, Greek yogurt, a little bit of pudding mix in it. 2 scoops of peanut butter, salted peanut butter protein powder from First Form. And then I did 2 scoops of PB Fit in there. Oh my God, it was so good. So good. Ate the whole thing. I think a total of about 400 calories. Not a lot of carbs, hardly any fat. So it was great. It was great. I love ice cream, and I'm super stoked to have this machine where I can eat ice cream and slushies and not put on a ton of weight on a regular basis. So maybe I'll include some of those recipes sometime. I don't know. Keep grinding. I'll see you guys tomorrow.